Alright guys, what's up? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs, and I'm going to change the camera for now because I installed a new camera. And we're going to do some live stream stuff today. Just had to put up my waiting screen real quick. So yeah, today I want to showcase some stuff to you, and I'm going to do that right now because I have been working on a new pack for Dreadlabs actually, which is called Marble Paint Textures. And it contains over 60 PNG files with marble painted textures. Me and my girlfriend did these during a workshop over the summer, and I scanned them all in, and I decided to do some editing on them digitally, and I wanted to experience do some live artwork making with them, showing them off. Also, this is the first time of me doing live streams on YouTube. I thought since I had more subscribers on YouTube than I have on Twitch, it might be a better idea to do them simultaneously at the same time. And so I'm not sure if it's possible to subscribe because I'm not affiliated, but I'm not really experienced in Twitch whatsoever. So if you want to help me out with that, you can do that by sending me a personal message on Discord, because that would actually really help me out. Anyway, just wanted to browse through these for a little quick. If you have seen the Instagram announcement, you can maybe see that we use this one to create the initial announcement. So I'm going to show it off to you right now. As you can see, there's the liquid marble texture in the background. So yeah, guys, let me know if you want me to do some motion designs. I made those marbles myself actually. So we did them with I'm not sure how you call it, some sort of paint, and you get the paint and it collides with oil-based, there's like this glue and it collides with oil-based painting, I guess. And because they clash, they stay on top of each other. So if you put in little drops of paint on this glue, it stays upward, and then you can do the marbling with like tools and everything. So I'm gonna try and type out a link to the Discord right now through Mob Crush. So I'm not sure if it will actually land on both Twitch and YouTube. Right. Anyway, let's just get started. Let's see if we can do some cool stuff with this. Let's just browse through them, and I'll see whatever I want to use for an artwork. It's also cool that you can have completely like weird randomized textures with these, and these are basically unachievable by just using the clouds filter, and it looks a bit more realistic and more detailed this way, and I really like this one actually. So let's see if we can do something cool with this. So I'm gonna make a new composition in Photoshop, 3000 by 3000 pixels. So in the coming week, this pack will be available for everyone. Alright, let's drag this one in. Also, they are, well, most of them are, well, let me just put them at 100% scale so you can see. So this is about 2500 by 5000 pixels, something like that. But I'm just gonna scale them up ever so slightly because it doesn't really matter at this point. We can also use a smaller canvas, but you know, doesn't really matter. All right. So I want to see if I can make the bottom one darker by maybe using a gradient map. And then with the gradient map, I want to turn this one black as well. But I want to lower the opacity to 0. Doesn't really make sense for a gradient map. So I'm gonna turn this to, I think, luminosity. Yeah, it makes it a tad darker, but maybe I want it a bit darker. Maybe like this. Yeah, okay. So for this one, I'm gonna put on a glow. Or, well, I want to make a glow, which I'm gonna do with a Gaussian blur on the top one here. Something like this. And as you can see, when I put it to lighten, you actually can start seeing that it's starting to look kind of like it's glowing. So let's see if we can do some cool typeface on top of this. So I recently went on velvetyne.fr, which is a free typeface website from France, and it got some really cool free typefaces on there. Actually, this is one of them. So yeah, if you want to go on there, it's velvetyne.fr, but please do give credit where it's due. So if you use one of their fonts, yeah, it would be cool to have them to give them the credit. Maybe lower the kerning just a little bit. Yeah, like this should be fine. I'm gonna remove the fill. What's up, Dixie? How are you? So I'm gonna play around with this, and actually, you know what? The glow is cool and everything, but for now I maybe want to do. I want to delete this for now. Make a big background. I don't really stream often, but I want to do it more. This I think is the third time I've been streaming on Twitch, and the first time on YouTube, but they're doing it at the same time. But yeah, I want to do more often, and maybe even like stream a podcast in the future as well. So okay, what I want to do is I'm gonna copy the layer style for now, and then I'm gonna clear it. So we have like this typeface, and I want to grab another one of the textures. Saw like a black one which look really cool. I think it's this one. Yeah, it gives me like a really space-ish vibe. The first episode of the podcast will actually be released next week, and I intend on having more guests in the future. But for the first episode, I figured I would just be the first guest on my own show. So if I paste the layer style in now, okay, cool. We could have some fun with this. But yeah, the podcast, I have some guests that I want to talk with in the future. You might know a few of them. I think you guys probably know. I don't know if you pronounce this Nicox or NicoGS, but he has the Nicox collection Instagram, and he's like the insane social media wizard. You probably have seen him on either on your own on Instagram or through me on Instagram. But yeah, he's a really talented dude, and I think everyone can learn a lot from him. And then I have this other girl, which she owns her own like social media company, and I thought it might be interesting to talk with her about influencers, because they're kind of like a double-edged blade when it comes to opinions about them. Like some people hate them, some people love them, a lot of people want to be them. So I thought it would be interesting to talk with her about the actual effectiveness of influencers and everything. So that might be a cool episode. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate it, and then I'm gonna play around with the bevel and emboss again. But the gloss contour really is one of these things that gives you like a chrome-ish, like metal kind of vibe. So as you can see right here, maybe increase the depth a bit, and then lower the size. Like this. Should we blur the background a bit? I think so. Maybe like a surface blur. Or what I'm talking about. Not a surface blur, a field blur. We're not really designing anything as of now, but I'm just showing off some of the new textures that I got from this new Dreadlabs product. It's going to be on the webshop in the coming week. And they're like this marble paint textures. So we're basically just experimenting a bit with them and see what we can do. Yeah, we should probably add some noise and grain. I want to have it like blurry in the middle, and then as we go out of the way of the text, I want to make it more sharp. So I want to lower this one to 2, maybe actually 0. Anyway, so yeah, the podcast. I actually recorded the podcast already in January when Dreadlabs was like still in the development phase, but the format for me kind of changed. Like I wanted to do segments instead of like random conversations, which made me like then I kind of lost some of the audio and like video parts of it, because it was kind of complicated with how we shot it and everything. We had 2 cameras, 2 separate mics. But yeah, that was before Corona, which obviously made it easier to have guests actually on location instead of like, now we have to do all of the guests through Zoom. I'll link the free type font, the typeface websites. So the one I got here is from Velvetyne, and I'll type it in the chat right now. Sorry for slurping. Really thirsty. Anyway, okay, yeah, I think we should be fine with the blur from here, I guess. But yeah, because it's like kind of blurry now, I do want to add some grittiness. So let's go to filter gallery. Ooh, wow, this is crazy. Oh, I actually love this, man. Could use the glowing edges filter. Okay, so the second one we're gonna do film grain and see if we can actually make this a bit lower. You see where this takes us. cool, but it really fucks with the color. Yeah, okay, this is fine and everything, but it takes away the grain, so shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, maybe darken it up like this. Yeah, it really takes out the color. Let's just use curves, I guess. Alright. So I think I'm gonna do a glow around the text as well. And I think I want to make the bevel and emboss of the first layer a bit smaller, because as you can see it's kind of filling up this part. I don't know if it's from the texture or not. Yeah, it's kind of there as well. Alright. Okay, if we copy this and make it into one smart object. Kind of want to change the font. You can see more of the what do you call it? More of the texture. So this font is also from that same website that I just put in the chat, Velvetyne. Yeah, I like this a lot better. Okay, so one thing I want to change where the texture is positioned, because there's a lot of cool colors going on here, and here it's kind of like dull. So what if we skew it a bit? This. And then I want to add a little bit more contrast, so the gray will be just black. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I remember like in I think 2008 or something, like around that time, 2008 to 2010, like when the gradient and glossy stuff was going on, like the outer glow was, you couldn't miss it, you know. Okay, so if we add a Gaussian blur, something like this, you can see how trippy this got with like only like a font, 2 textures and layer styles, you know. Well, and some filters, but so if you guys have seen my Photoshop Actions tutorial, I like to make a new layer and then click on noise texture action that I made, which is only making like a fill with 50% gray, and then add some noise to it, like so. But yeah, saves me a lot of time. And if I put it on overlay, makes it nice and gritty. I think we could do some cool stuff with this. So let's just leave this where it is and see if we can open up a new one, see what we can do with it. If you guys are into motion design as well, like into After Effects and stuff, we can do some After Effects Cinema 4D as well. But yeah, the last time I streamed, when I was doing like Cinema 4D, some people that didn't know how the software worked were a bit like, yeah, they kind of fell off, you know, because they didn't know the software, and it wouldn't be interesting anymore if you don't understand it. So yeah. Just let me know if you're into like After Effects and Cinema 4D. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep it to Photoshop. So yeah, any tips on learning C4D? I basically last year I downloaded it and I started dabbling around with it. This was like when I was trying to get the whole chrome type trend in. So the first thing I searched was how to create a chrome material, And then I literally just followed the steps of him. I think it's I don't know if you know him, Fatu Tutorials on YouTube. He's this dude who does like a lot of like simpler Cinema 4D stuff, and yeah, basically at first I just followed along with him, and yeah, once I started following along with him, when I started doing it more often and I started practicing it with it and experimenting with it, I started yeah, understanding what the settings were like instead of like just following along, I guess. Does that make sense? So let's just browse through here. So as you can see, some of them are like the same texture, but I just experimented with them in Photoshop. And I want to try, let's just take this one for example. I want to see if I can actually start changing this and make it into flames or something, you know? If you see, look at this. I actually have one where I just made it physically look like there were flames there. Let me see if I can find it, because it was on this like box, and it didn't really scan the box that well. So actually, let me see if I can. Oh, I didn't make the textures in Photoshop. It's I scanned them in. Wait, let me grab the textures and you can see. Oh wait, I think I have them here. So this is like this big binder where I archive like basically all of my physical work, like sketches and everything. Yeah, and as you can see, they're all scans made from this, like these papers, made by marbling. If you know how to work in Blender and Maya, I wouldn't recommend going to Cinema 4D, because from what I've heard, Octane is like free for Blender anyway, and I feel like the possibilities are kind of similar. Like I haven't heard anybody tell me they were like they needed to transition from one software to the other. So yeah, this is the one where I made like it kind of looked like flames, if you can see it. It's kind of dark, but yeah, it happened by accident, but I thought it was really cool. But yeah, since it's like this little box paper thing, the scan was a bit too small. So let me see if I can do something cool with this and a gradient map. So let's start out from black in here. And gradually going back to like orange. So this kind of has flame vibes, but I don't really see like flames in them. But we'll see what we can do. That's the fun part of this like whole package. I wanted to do with these are like so randomized that you can have like endless possibilities with them. Like you can put gradient maps on them. You can filter them, you can blur them, you can distort them. So if we want to liquefy them, we can do stuff like that. Design reviews. You mean like reviewing you guys' work, or what do you mean by that exactly? Because yeah, that would be cool. I'm down for that. Maybe invite some guests. They can review your work as well. See what we can do from here. And as you can see, like, that's the beauty of this pack. Like, there's like super detailed stuff in here right now. But you can also just go like, okay, I want it less detailed. Yeah, I want to use the podcast actually for teaching you guys stuff with starting out on IG, or like getting followers and getting clients, which is more important than followers, obviously. But yeah, you get clients through followers, I guess. But yeah, the review thing could be actually kind of fun. I've been meaning to expand like the content that I do, because for now it's mostly like tutorials and everything. But I actually have some other stuff planned. I want to do some like clothing painting videos. A bit like, I don't know if you guys know Curry Goat. And let's see who else. I would like to do, well, the podcast is actually coming. I'm going to do more music related videos, so there's another sample pack in the making. Shout out to my friend Kaz, by the way, because he actually started editing the drum samples. It will be for the producers. It will be a industrial drum sample pack with, I think, over 200 samples, which will be kind of cool. We have more on that in the future, so let's see what we can do with this as well. So if you guys want me to test anything out, like any filters or any modifications, let me know in the chat, and then I'll try to do them. Because yeah, as you can see, you can just do some crazy stuff with this, like. Ooh, I kind of want to see what happens when we do a halftone one. Is it here? Oh wait, I think my foreground color. Yeah. So I'm gonna remove the Gaussian blur. And then I'm gonna go to filter gallery. Do I know anyone by chance who knows how to process digital video to a VHS player? I actually might know someone, yeah. So my friend Jack Hunter, he did this video clip for this Australian band called Odd Taste. And he made a whole video clip with VHS tapes, and he actually shot it on VHS. So I think he would be able to, yeah. So Ziffer, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, sorry. But yeah, if you go to our Discord, there's this dude who is in the Dreadlabs Insiders. His name is Sir Jack. If you want me, I can contact him for you, and then we can set something up, because he might know how to work with this, because I think he did something similar. So yeah, let's see what the halftone pattern does. It's kind of cool. Maybe we should do the proper one, where we go image adjustments. Yeah, it's done in Paint. So sorry, let me explain again, because it's kind of complicated. But so we had this workshop with. Hey man, what's up? How's life in New York? Crazy to see that this random Dutch person gets viewers from like the biggest city in the world. Amazing. But yeah, like there's so you have this like I guess bag with it's some kind of glue. I think it's like I kind of forgot the English word for it. Like the when you get a new house and you put like some stuff on the walls here with like glue. What's it called again? Let me search. Sorry, guys. Oh, I guess it's just called wallpaper. I guess. Sorry. So yeah, it's like glue for wallpaper, and then they have like a different kind of like structure, I guess. And then they have this oil paint, and because the structures collide, the oil paint keeps floating on top of the glue, I guess. So what happens is, for example, let's say this one, there's like I just put in black paint and then I put like orange drops on top of them, and I started like swirling them with like a fork and everything, and yeah, you get these crazy results, and then you just wipe them off with water, and then you leave them to dry. I think over 24 to 48 hours. So it kind of took a while, and then we scanned them in. So that's how we made the texture. Yeah, actually, you know that New York used to be New Amsterdam, because us Dutchies used to have like 50% of the world or something in colonies, and then we sold it all, I guess, so something like that. I'm not sure what the entire story is there, but anyway, back to Photoshop. So I'm not really sure why there's still color showing in this when I click on use saturation. Let's just remove all the smart filters now. Ah, right, the gradient. I'm stupid. So let's see if we can... there's a way to do a halftone pattern through here, right? Not sure where it is. Let me just do it with the filter. So, remove the glowing edges. Could use some grain, I guess, and then go to sketch, halftone pattern, increase the size a bit, up the contrast. Yeah, I kind of like this. And then we put the blend mode to lighten or multiply, so only the dark parts will be visible. And I'm gonna remove this one, and I want to give this like some Dreadlabs kind of look. So let's just grab the official Dreadlabs colors. And C0 FF0 and bring this one in. Kind of feel like Tom Arena now. It's kind of his gem, I guess. So for the background, I kind of want to blur it a bit because it's too detailed compared with the halftone stuff, I guess. Actually, let's just fill blur it, so we can decide where we want to have detail and where not. So we don't need really any detail here because it's mostly like the darker overlay, but I want to keep it here. And then gradually towards here. The more we go purple, the less detail I want, I guess. You're the best, man. Thank you for watching the stream. Like, it truly makes me happy that there's some people in here just chilling with me now. Filter, pixelate, color, halftone. Oh, that's the one. Let's do it the proper way. Thank you, Higgins. You've been really helpful. No OnlyFans. You're disappointed that Dreadlabs doesn't have OnlyFans? I'm actually gonna I'm recording the live stream and it will be uploaded on YouTube somewhere next week, I think, because we have some videos that will be uploaded. One about the what do you call it? Good to see you enjoying the stream, man. Filter, pixel, color, halftone. Here we go. Okay, so I think we can leave this all the same. Otherwise, you get these color diffusions, I guess, and then. Let's see, 8 pixels, would that be fine? That's too small. Let's say, I don't know, 20? Okay, I think we do need these numbers to be random. Or do we? No, then we get to like the colorized stuff. But I'm not sure why this is... Oh, okay, so it is actually making them smaller. There's not really a lot of contrast. What if we do 10? I don't really feel this. It should be... I actually thought there would be more difference in the size of the... Let me actually... modify this whole image and then do the color halftone filter. So for now, let's just rasterize this. Thank you so much, Green Rhapsody. Yeah, I when I started out like doing this kind of style, I think 2 years ago or something now, 2.5 years ago, I just wish there were a lot of tutorials on YouTube this way, and I think a lot of designers just aren't really willing to share that knowledge, I guess. And I'm just like, if your only gimmick is, if your only secret is like one design gimmick, then I don't know. Yeah, I'm Dutch, sure. Dutch name I see. Yeah, if only one thing is your gimmick, I guess. I can actually do some artifacts. Angry Bear McDagger. Cool name. Okay, so if we make this into a smart object, there's a bit more contrast now. I think we should be able to do some proper color halftone filter now. And we'll make it 15. Why not? Okay, this looks a bit better. So. I was like, why isn't it moving? Okay. Then I'm gonna smart object this. Gonna box blur it. Dissolve. And then so what I'm doing here is because my blending mode is going to dissolve instead of like this, I can still modify and have the white parts of my layer go away, I guess. So yeah, I see that the YouTube stream is actually really active right now, and the Twitch stream is like kind of just there. So yeah, might just start streaming on YouTube as well. I actually just passed the 2,000 hours, or like 2,000 of the 4,000 hours required for me to, I don't know, start monetizing. So I hope you guys understand that I am planning on putting some ads over my videos, because that means once I start earning with ads and with the web shop of Dreadlabs, I will only be able to make more content for you guys, more products, Yeah, basically anything Dreadlabs. Like in 6 months I will be graduated, and then I hope to be able to focus on Dreadlabs. Yeah, so we can. Yeah, I really hope we can make a proper company out of Dreadlabs. You know, for now it's like this side project. So yeah, sorry, just reading the comments. Thanks, yours. So if you would want to study graphic design in the Netherlands after like the middle after MBO, I would suggest going to HKU, which is in Utrecht, and I think it's more art based, but I feel like that's like the one education that I would have chosen if I would want to study graphic design solely, I guess. So on the topic of experimenting, I want to see what happens if we liquefy this. Probably like weird stuff. Ooh, no, I don't want to liquefy this. I want to displace this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is duplicate these to a new file. Call it displacement map. Make it black and white. Then I'm going to merge them. I'm an undergrad, and I won't be doing any masters because I'm. In 2014, I think I started studying IT, and I discovered that it really wasn't that for me. I really liked coding, but I didn't really like. I also had to do software engineering, and it wasn't really for me. So I decided I wanted to do more with communications. So I started doing like communications and multimedia design in Den Bosch. And I'm in my final year here now. So yeah. So Higgins, that's what I really want to achieve with Dreadlabs. I want to make as much like content on the whole spectrum of content, so podcasts, DJ streams, everything. And once I will be able to make a bit more money, I want to hire everyone, and I want to work with a lot of freelancers, and just want to involve as much people as possible. But for now, it's just so many things, and the budget is way too low, so I do it all myself. So yeah, perhaps in the future, I really hope to. So yeah, I'm in the final stretch of my studies, and that's also why I uploaded the video on the channel about needing you guys' help, because my graduation project is about depression among creative people. And I stream 9/11. So yeah, my graduation project is about depression among creative people. I would consider an unpaid work and getting an intern, perhaps. By the way, we can talk. I'm not sure where it's from, but we can talk on Discord after the stream if you want to. So Jake, we actually have some merch. I wouldn't like to call this merch, but it like kind of is. But yeah, we have some Dreadlabs t-shirts in the web shop, and we also are in development of these Dreadlabs trading cards, which are holographic. I want to get a light in here so you can see it a bit better. Wait, let me turn off on a light here. Maybe it will help. Let me see. So I actually ordered some of these, and I want to send them to people who actually are super interested in. I'm not so sure if you can see the hollow parts of them. But yeah, the whole collection was based around trading cards, and I decided to make trading cards out of my trading card inspired clothing collection. And it actually is heavily inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh! So cool that you can kind of pick up on that. So, okay, I want to displace this with its own, like, displacement map, I guess. So what if we put 20 and 20 here? Wow, that's trippy. Okay, so maybe it's a bit too apparent, so I might lower the opacity a bit. We actually get some super weird stuff in here. I like it. So the t-shirts you can get on dreadlabs.net. They will be shipped worldwide. I think with the exception of like 4 countries. And the trading cards are yet to be released. But there are only 3 of them for now, 3 different ones. So I'm not sure if we want to release like 3 of them solely because it would be kind of expensive to ship them out. Or we and then I would like to like make trading cards out of every collection or something. So the early adapters like you guys would be able to have all of the trading card collections, and in the end, you might have 40 trading Dreadlabs cards. It would be cool. But then again, we'll see where it goes. Okay, what can we do next? Anyway, what were we talking about? So yeah, I have actually been in contact with a few people that would like to intern for me with Dreadlabs, but for now, I kind of noticed that Dreadlabs is like... So my work week is, I think, about 50 to 60 hours a week for myself. But more or less 50 to 60% of that is actually freelance work. Because as you guys might know, I am actually a freelance designer, and I work for a lot of producers, DJs. I don't know if you guys know Kirby, Psycho Boys Club. Those are my main clients, I guess. And yeah, I do their album covers, video clips, social media assets, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my main source of income. And then we have Dreadlabs, which is like a side project. But it would be cool to... And the reason why I'm telling you is I was like kind of thinking by myself, like if I would hire an intern, should I have the intern also work on freelance stuff with me or not, you know? And I think I would like to rather keep them separate, but then I might not have enough time for an intern to work on like a full week for Dreadlabs, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, if we keep it up like this, there might be a possibility where Dreadlabs can actually do this. Okay, so I don't know why, but this reminds me of like those, how'd you call them? Like fortune tellers or something. I'm not sure why. And I think it would be cool to do like something with a typeface for them. So I'm gonna open up Velvetyne in our... I'm not sponsored by this website, by the way. I know I brought it up like for the 3rd time on the stream right now, but it's just a cool way to get fonts without buying them like live on stream, I guess. Yeah, I thought maybe we can find some cool fonts to use on this. I guess I can drag the website in here so you guys can see what I'm actually scrolling through. I'm looking for like a cool serif font, and actually there's this other free font website, this one, or it's not all free, but it's like 50% free. So these font websites will all be featured in a video in the coming week. It's already planned in. We love Trickster from Velvetyne. Let's see. Is it this one or is it this one? This one, I guess. That's actually a cool one, yeah. Let me download it. So, it's on sci-fi, but I would like it to have... Can I filter on free? Okay, so these are too much paid. I'll go with Trickster. Also, guys, if you're gonna listen to the first episode of the podcast, I apologize in advance. I stutter so much. Like, I probably said in the full recording maybe like 300 times. And that's mainly because I didn't have someone to talk to. Like, for example, now I probably say a lot as well, but just did it. I talk to you guys now, and in the podcast I just talk to the camera, which is something I need to get used to, I guess. But yeah, for when we get guests, I think the problem will be resolved. What was it called? Trickster, right? Yeah. So do you guys all own like the Adobe package? Because there's also like some really cool fonts in Typekit. And I actually experimented with them like a lot already. If you guys are paying for the Adobe package and you're you haven't used them before, I highly recommend you check them out. So let's just try and do some live Chrome typing, if you will. So I'm gonna turn this to, I don't know why, but I like the highlights on the upper left side. Makes more sense to me or something. So this is actually the busiest stream that I have had so far, so I'm really happy with... yeah, I will save the files, by the way. So if you guys don't know, I have a Patreon, and all the files from all the tutorials and the live streams and everything, they will all be posted to Patreon. So if you become a patron, you actually get... it's €5 a month, I think. And you get access to all of the PSD files or project files used in any tutorial. As well as a permanent 15% discount as a Dreadlabs insider on the web shop. So if you're planning on getting some Dreadlabs goods, you might want to look into that. And as well as a like a separate tier on the Discord server, I guess. So you get your own color and everything, and it will be displayed in a list on a different list, I guess. Okay, let's duplicate it. So the key to having this realistic Chrome typing is just layering with all the gloss contours, as you can see. So if I remove the bottom one, there's like a little bit less contrast, and if I remove the top one, there's a lot of highlights lost. So what I want to do is lower this shadow just a little bit so it won't turn black on shadows, because we want to go with a third one here. And I actually made my own gloss contour with 3 rings, and you know what, I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna edit it. Where's the editing? Yeah, here. And lower it like this. Alright. So as you can see, it kind of turns to yeah, a bit of a well, it's not really Chrome, is it? I'm gonna remove a little bit of the top here, the highlights. Is that possible? Hello? Okay, I think that it's because we have like multiple overlays. So what I want to do now is I'm gonna duplicate this one to the top here. blur it a bit. Great time editing while getting high. You know what you should do? Wait, I have After Effects open. Let me make a composition real quick. So there's this thing. I'm not saying that I've actually done it before, okay? But like I made it before, and I was like, okay, this could be like really funny if you would get high, you know, like okay. Let's just take this texture. Wait a little bit. Okay. So what I want to do is you go to Effects and Presets, and you type in Turbulent Displays. And you increase the size and the complexity and the amount. Okay, so it might take a while. Let's just put it to quarter for the sake of it being on stream. And now you go click on evolution. Oh, don't want to make a command. So you make a keyframe for evolution, and then at the end of your stream you type in, let's say, 4. And I'll make it even lower. So yeah, as you can kind of see, okay, I'll just turn it up a little bit higher. Yeah, so with this package, I literally had a easy tripping experience in like, what was it, 1 minute? And so yeah, if you're into this kind of stuff, or you need like something for a psychedelic festival or whatever, and you need to make some visuals, I might even cut this and make it into like a stream highlight in a separate video. Like Tom from Dreadlabs makes trippy visuals in 1 minute. Drug dealers hate him. So yeah, you can get some crazy effects. I'll actually show you how, because I use this as well on like the stream announcement on my Instagram. So if you guys are into After Effects, if you're not, just let me know, because then I'll just close up After Effects and we'll continue in Photoshop. But I thought it might be cool to show you guys some what do you call it? Some motion design here. So the first layer here is just a noise layer, and we can just turn that off, and as well as the text. So what happens? Oh, we don't want it in full. So there's this image from the texture pack actually, and I made like a opacity loop. So I'll show you what's going on. So the texture, all the textures, I'll put them on. I think they will be released on Thursday. So they weren't actually scanned in, but I might be able to do a video on how to make these textures in the future. But I warn you, it's kind of a pain to get all the materials and everything ready, because they're based on these papers, and they took like 48 hours to dry. But I actually wanted to test if they were actually compatible with dyeing the t-shirts. But yeah, the pack will be available on Dreadlabs. There will be 60 different textures. For the price I'm not really sure on yet, but they will be on the Dreadlabs web shop in the coming week. I think on Thursday or something. Anyway, so this adjustment layer only does the turbine display. So what this does is, as you can see, it's kind of moving still. So if you just remove that, it's just one still image, and that's like the first one from our texture pack, which is this one. So I think I only added some saturation and a tint in Photoshop. Let me see. Yeah, so this is just an image, and I masked it so it had like a circle mask with some feathering. And then I had an adjustment layer with a tint to like black and gray, which is the one you can see here. So at this point, the opacity of this adjustment layer, which is basically a gradient map, is at 100%. And what this adjustment layer does is, so once the opacity goes down, the actual color of the image will come up, if that makes sense. Thank you, man. So yeah, basically I turn off my my gradient map, which makes it like dark, and this is I make it flicker. As if it's like a broken light or something. So yeah, that's what this layer does. And then this, so this layer is basically the same image with a Gaussian blur on it, but the scale increases on the same timing as the opacity. So let me just put this to normal, and you can actually see what's going on here. So a layer appears, and it's only oh yeah, here you can now properly see it, a blurry version of take care, Bad5. Nice to have you on stream. So Cypher, it would be really tight to see a video demonstration on how to make paper, how to make on how to make simulated distressed print paper. Yeah, if you can send me some examples, that would be cool, because I'm really curious as to what that actually is. So yeah, this next layer that comes in is the same layer, but the size increases, as you can see. So it turns a bit bigger, and it's blurry with just the same image. And because the layer is put to lighten, it kind of looks like a glow. It's basically what we did in the first half of the stream. So yeah, it looks like it's like a heart beating or something, and then like it expands, you know. So yeah, and then with the whole turbulent displays animation, it's also starting to move. So yeah, you can get some really like dynamic. Yeah, you can get some dynamic animations going with just like stills of some paint particles. That's why I really wanted it to release this into a package, because I was just playing around with these in Photoshop, and I was like, there's so many possibilities and stuff that you can do with this, and I really like yeah, I don't know, it's just really cool to see. So let's just duplicate this one and clear the layer style, and then clip all of it to this text layer. So I feel like we can leave this be for now, and I delete the top one so you can actually see this a bit better. And then I want to add some saturation. Well, not too much. Wait, text is still lorem ipsum. I literally haven't noticed it until now. Let's just go Dreadlabs. Hello. Oh. Hey, sup, Oki? How are you doing, man? We got an actual big time producer in the chat right now. So I think this shadow is a bit too tight at this point. And I want to add some yeah, I'm gonna add some inner glow because move the fill for now. Because the edges are a bit too you can really see the edges well, so yeah, I'm really doing well, man. Having experimenting with some new Dreadlabs products, and we released this in the coming week. Thanks, bro. I've been seeing you pop up from time to time on the Dreadlabs server as well. It's really cool. And also, I love. I think Rick let me hear some. Yeah, I don't know if you sent them to me or Rick let me hear them. But yeah, I heard some tracks of yours and that are I think not released yet, and I love them, dude. I love what you've been doing with the whole Brazilian parts. I guess the Brazilian baile funk influenced house. I don't know how to call it. It really gives me that GTA vibes, I guess. I love it. Okay, so let's see if we can make a grunge map out of them, out of one of the textures. So I want to get a more yeah, with a more white-based color scheme like this. And let's see if we can use a gradient map and make it a grunge texture. So let's just displace it with we had a displacement map made, right? So with this displacement map, we're gonna distort the other one. Okay, I thought I maybe had saved the. No, never mind. So convert this to smart object. Oh damn, dude, that was like 3 years ago. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorite sample packs ever. It's just because it's so like crappy and like it's like a shitty gold mine or something, you know. Like if you go through it, it's like there's not really anything useful in there. But then if you like start actually working with what you have in there, you can really get some. Yeah, you basically have gold. Okay, so I'm gonna displace it now with a black market displacement map that I got in the trash machine package, I think. All right, and now I'm gonna increase the contrast. Noticed my stream's kind of getting laggy, or my Photoshop, I guess. Guess it's because of After Effects. Let me close that up. So okay, so if you do something like this and duplicate this and to lighten, and if we rotate this around, cover modus. What is that exactly? Is it an artist, a sample pack label, or what is it? Because it sounds interesting. Yeah, okay, Photoshop's really starting to lag. Okay, duplicate this again. And then I might change the displacement up on the top one, maybe even higher. I'm gonna close off some stuff. See if we can speed up Photoshop. Because even though when I started out my laptop was like super speedy, that's already 3 years ago or something when I bought it, which is kind of sad, given that it's an expensive MacBook. Yeah, planning to save up for like a customized PC, and I want to make it have it built so I can do music production, 3D, and everything into one PC. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for me to being able to afford that, I guess. So if you put this to difference. You know what? Let's just save this as a displacement map. What's eGPU? Yeah, the thing is, at the time I wanted to. I started working at this place, and they all used Apple. And granted, I do have to admit, like my workflow really increased when I started using to work with Apple, because I also draw on an iPad and everything. So yeah, that really helps me out on that part. But yeah, I miss like there's a lot of stuff that like is just not available on Mac yet, or not at all, in comparison to Windows, I guess. Okay, so let's see how we can distort this. I'm gonna save these for now. Experiment 1 and experiment 2. Is that a thing? External GPU? And is that like a thing for MacBooks as well? Because I recall that I don't know if you still work on a MacBook, but you used to work on a MacBook, right? Okay, so maybe not a displacement of 200 pixels, because that might be a bit drastic, but let's see what happens if we do it like this. So we can get some glitch art up in here. Look at this. Never mind 100 pixels, let's do 200. Let's just do 300. Yo, I love this. Okay, so I might know better font for this. Better, right? So let's see if we can duplicate the background, and then I want to have some parts pixelized. So just go to filter and then pixelate, and I guess it is where is it? Music. Should we do 5 or 10? No, 10 is a bit too high. Let's do 7 or something. Dude, I am in love with this. Oh my god. Okay, so we can do this one then. And then I want to duplicate this one and then have it like really big. Damn, 2 big 4K screens. Nice. So, oh, I'm actually gonna look into that then. Might be a good option. Dude, this is an integer. And did it just say that I had to put in something between? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. So what I want to do now is I want to. What happens if I press dissolve? Dude, I love this. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna. I really like experimenting with this because I haven't really been able to do. Well, I have been able to do it myself, but not as much as I would like to. So that's why I wanted to do this live stream, so you can have a glimpse of the possibilities of this pack, I guess. And then also, I could really like experiment and see. You guys could see my workflow, I guess, just a little bit. Okay, so what if we pixelate this? Well, not this high, but yeah, dude, we should definitely catch up. It's been way too long, man. Okay, so I'm gonna do, let's say 30 here and 0. Wait, no, 30 in vertical scale, and I don't want to displace in the horizontal scale. So, ooh, I love where this is going, man. Okay, so I want to blur this as well, and I want to blur it because then I want to put the blend mode to dissolve. But the blocks blur needs to be underneath the mosaic. I'm not sure how that works then. Again, this is all experimentation. Yeah, like this, and then what happens if we put it on? Well, actually like this. Have you made your own font? I am actually planning on doing that. I recently started taking, well, I have been reading books on lettering for a while now, but I started taking this some classes online about creating your own fonts, and so yeah, it's still in the making. But I wanted to actually in the future I want to release some like beta fonts for you guys to test out for like a low price, you know, like you wouldn't be paying for an actual font because it's still in development. And then for example, you would pay like, I don't know, €5 for the font or something, and then when the font would be like finally released for like €30, you would only have to pay like I don't know, €20 or something. So yeah, we would have a big discount for testing it out. But yeah, planning on doing something like that. And I really do love how this is turning out, man. And I want to do more glitch art with this. So, okay. I'm gonna put this in the folder again. Experiment 3. Let's just grab another one. Hey man, what's up? Good to see you. I want to use this one for now. Thanks, Zero Accent. That's actually super great. Thank you. And welcome, Georgie. Hope you enjoyed the channel. And if you wanted to meet some other people, you can actually also join us on Discord or follow us on Instagram, because the goal of Dreadlabs is to create a whole community around like cool art stuff, design, music, everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy your stay. Let me see. How are we displacing this? Let's just displace this 300 in horizontal scale with a random displacement map that we already made with. Wow. Okay. I am loving this, dude. Yeah. It really looks like it's melting, doesn't it? Okay, so now I want to see if we can... What happens if we crystallize it instead of like pixelate it? Does it... Oh, it looks weird, I guess. Does it look weird? I don't know, but it also kind of reminds me of like risograph printings. I don't know if you've seen those like in like these printing studios or art studios. They always have like these really like computer generated risograph printings. It's really cool. So let's just lower this to, I don't know, 5, 4. And now I want to kind of do something. I want to create a pixelated displacement map. So what I want to do is I'm going to render a clouds filter. Do you ever work on Fiverr for design? No, and I would like to advise everyone to not sell their work on Fiverr, unless you can actually get a fairly reasonable price for it. But yeah, I know it's hard to get like clients in other ways, but on Fiverr, I can almost guarantee you that you will undersell your work. So I've seen people also on the Dreadlabs server that are saying like, oh, I sold a artwork on Fiverr for like I don't know, like 30 euros. And they're good artworks as well, and you could probably sell them for, I don't know, 250 for the right client if they actually are willing to pay it for it. So yeah, and I saw this poll on Album Art Archive on Instagram, and like 80% of the designers that follow them are undervaluing their own work, which is really sad to hear, actually. So yeah, and the thing is, we can actually start making price for design work bigger, or I guess, or higher. But that only works if everyone joins in. If we make the market a bit more, I don't know. You know, if everyone starts charging more, people are eventually starting to pay more for it, I guess. But yeah, that sadly not how it works. But because how are you gonna get every designer on board with the same thing? Yeah, it's not only bad for designers, but it's also like quite bad for yourself as well, because you're sometimes just making sure that you're not be able to make a living out of something, you know, if that makes sense. This looks cool, but I want to make it a bigger displacement map so I can see what happens with the pixelation. Yo, this is crazy. And I might want to go and make the pixels just a bit better or bigger. So let's say 50. So there's a little bit less squares right now, which let's make sure that there's like less parts to displace. Right? Okay, so yeah, as you can see right there. And what if we put it to 10, 10, and then make it a bit more subtle, I guess. Hey, all good, man. Thank you, man. We should really catch up soon. Good to have you. Okay, so what if we just change these around? Because I do like them pixelated on the top. And then maybe we can do some grainy stuff on top of it as well. I don't know. Let's just do a quick noise filter. Kind of reminds me of like vaporwave, but then like without the vaporwave color color style, I guess. Oh, that's actually good Green Rhapsody. Like, and probably the 12 jobs with $500 probably made you more money than like 100 jobs for like 10 euros, I guess. I don't know if the math checks out because I suck at math, but you know what I mean. But oh, yeah, that's weird that they suspended your account. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's like a whole design agency which rebranded Fiverr, and like everyone got mad at them for rebranding like a company that kind of values artists, I guess. But then the funniest part to me was, why didn't they hire a designer on Fiverr to rebrand Fiverr? You know what I mean? Like, they kind of just admitted that. Well, not admitted. They kind of just said that people on their own platform aren't good enough for themselves to work with. I get, you know what I mean? Like, they even devalue their own like customers, I guess. This kind of looks cool. Well, I would maybe like to put in some 3D renders in here or something, you know? Let's see if I can have something from like a client or like an unused proposal of something, but I'm gonna do that off screen because then you might, otherwise I don't want you guys to see any work for clients that aren't supposed to be released yet, if that makes sense. Let's see if I can find something. Well, I might be able to... Okay, so there's this client of mine, Kirby. He's like an EDM DJ, and he makes some really cool music. And I was fortunate enough to make his music video for his latest single, Superpowers. And it came out on Spinner Records, I think, a month or two ago. And I made some 3D renders with that. And we can probably use like one still of this 3D render just for the hell of it, you know? See what we can do with it. So it's kind of small, but yeah, as you can see, it's let me just put it to the front. It's a skull submerging from like glass flowers. So if you guys want to see the music video, you can find it at Kirby Superpowers on Spinning Records. Georgie, yeah, you can share your Instagram. It looks kind of cool. Sounds cool. We actually also have a like a promo channel on the Discord as well. So if you would like to plug your own Instagram to other designers and connect with people for jobs and everything, there's a special channel on Discord for that as well. Wait, let me just crop the whole image to this. Whoa, I just pressed way too many of the wrong buttons. Whoa! No! What's happening? Okay. Wait, did it actually? What happened? Okay. I don't know, I pressed like 4 buttons at the same time. I meant to crop. So kind of looks cool, right? And then I want to see what happens if we select the render, and then go to select and feather the selection a bit, maybe like 20 pixels. And if we fill it in, oh, we filled it in with 50% gray. I want to fill it in with black. And I want to invert it and then lower the opacity on this. Maybe just color or something. All right. Okay, so we're 90 minutes in right now. Do you guys have any questions for me? Any requests, stuff that you would like to see? Otherwise, I think I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna call it a day. And I am planning on making this a weekly habit, I guess. And I'm not sure if any one of you guys is actually experiencing live streaming on YouTube, but I was wondering if we like on Twitch, I think you can like have subscribers and get donations and stuff. I was wondering if you could do that on YouTube as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys have any like requests, maybe some more glitch art or something, we can we can dive into one more experiment. Let me drag my folder in here for the marble paint textures. Okay, let's start from bottom to top now, because we've seen the first 20 now already, I guess. So yeah, I started going like kind of crazy. You can also see that this is already kind of like a computer graphic. So yeah, Higgins, yeah, I can hang out in Discord a while. I actually I have like a puppy downstairs, a little dog. So I'm gonna sit on the couch with my dog, and then I can chat on the Discord. But yeah, only in like texting. So not I'm not gonna be on the voice chat. But yeah, it would be cool to hang out with a few of you guys after the stream. So if you wanted to, yeah, you can join us on Discord. And yeah, the link is probably like somewhere on the channel, and otherwise I'll drop a link if anyone doesn't have the link yet, and I'll drop it in the chat. So also guys, maybe one of you guys knows. So I was wondering if you guys have know like a mock-up of like one of these trading card like plastic cases. So you know, what's up, Daniel? So like there's like this. So when you have like a trading card, there's like if you have like a really rare trading card, you have like these plexiglass like kind of like protection cases. If you guys have one of those or know where to get one. Yeah, but not metal, but like transparent, I guess. And then because I would like to try and make a mock-up out of that, and then we can. I would like to have. I would like to see what it looks like if you put posters in there. You know, like trading card kind of posters. Oh really? Because let me show you. I entered in like Amsterdam Poster Festival, and. Let's see if there's where I put it. Or Antwerp Poster Festival, excuse me. But yeah, the poster is a trading card, actually. It's based on a Pokemon card of Rayquaza. So it would be cool to have this in like that mock-up case, I guess. But yeah. As you can see, this typeface of Dreadlabs is actually also the one on here. On the t-shirts. So also we're planning on doing face masks real soon, because this COVID thing will probably last a while still, sadly. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about it, right? Oh, I have an idea for this actually. So what if we duplicate this, pixelate it, so the printing of the t-shirts aren't done by myself. Well, I did the designs, and I curated like the samples and everything. but they are done through a company called Printful. And because I didn't want to buy like a lot of stock, because it would be bad for the environment, obviously. Like if I would buy like 200 t-shirts, yeah, it would be kind of bad for the environment if they wouldn't be sold or something, you know. As well as Dreadlabs is just starting out, and it's actually a good idea because I today I started experimenting with plastic or with like realistic 3D renders with like scratches and blemishes on them. So it might be a cool idea. But yeah, anyway, so the t-shirts are done. So once an order comes in on my website, Printful will process the whole order. So they will actually print the t-shirt for you and they will send it to you. So yeah, that's to save it saved me from buying a whole lot of stock, which would be a big investment for someone like me, where Dreadlabs is just a side project of mine, and it's also better for the environment as well. You know, like I won't be buying any pieces of clothing that won't be needed. So because like fashion and t-shirts are kind of like a big how'd you say, a big part where with pollution, I guess. So yeah, trying to keep it as sustainable as possible within my budget. So I want to pixelize this a bit bigger, let's say, and then see what happens if we take the normal one and then blur it. Like this. And then put it on lighten. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. So let's add a vignette. Yeah, definitely, man. So let's see. All right, and then so would you guys be interested in me doing another stream around the same time next week? Because I would like to stream like every week or so. It would be cool. And we can do something different every day. I don't know. I was kind of going for like this microscopic bacteria, but then like as if it were on like a computer screen or something. Kind of worked out, didn't it? Yeah, I really see that that like I should have started live streaming on YouTube from the get-go, because on Twitch I think the maximum I think the audience here is more active, and also I think the average amount of people watching on my Twitch streams were like 5 people, and I think today was been 20 and 30 or something, which is obviously a little higher. But yeah, it has been fun. So let's see if I can have. I think I have like this like old TV screen texture or something. Yeah, this one. Welcome to the Matrix. Alright, so there we have our 5 experiments. I'll just open them all up again so we can review what we did. And again, all of these will be available for people on Patreon. I'll probably upload this video somewhere by the end of next week. And I can also do portfolio reviews, man. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Kid Vermin. It's really cool to see that I'm actually inspiring a lot of people. Like, you really want to see the live reaction, huh? Then I'll promise you that I won't click on the link yet, and then I'll do like a reaction video if I have like, I don't know, I'll do probably like 5 portfolios on in one video or something, and then I'm actually gonna write that down. And I'm gonna do that because I have like this whole list of Dreadlabs ideas and content and stuff. Thank you, man. It really means a lot. Okay, so. Yeah, it's really cool to see that Dreadlabs is actually growing into this community, and you know, like people are sharing work with each other, and you know, doing cool stuff together. Where is my Dreadlabs ideas thing? It's here. So this Dreadtober idea, I'll probably by the end of September I'll post what it's gonna be, but I'll give you a hint. It will have to do something to do with a challenge, and I'm just gonna spoil it. There's you guys probably know of Inktober or like 36 Days of Type, and a lot of people use October to have a list of creative prompts. So 30 subjects you can use, and then you can doodle with them, or you can do 3D models with them, or whatever. And I actually have a list of creative prompts, which are a bit more in our niche, in the whole Dreadlabs niche. So yeah, it would be cool to start like doing a 31-day challenge and do something creative with all these creative prompts every day. So video content, portfolio reviews. All right, so let me grab the first 2 experiments. We'll go over them. And then we'll end off the stream. It's actually also the first time on a stream where I haven't opened Cinema 4D. And rarely enough, also the stream where I've been the most laggy, I think. So. Yeah, I need to have these in order, sorry. Okay, so the first one, that was actually the second one, now that I think of it, was kind of like a weird experiment with the whole halftone patterns. Let's see, if we remove the displays, you can kind of see it a bit better, I think. So yeah, there was a halftone pattern all based on, what was it? Sure, man. If you're a musician or a clothing brand or just a designer, just send over your like portfolio website, and then I can try to review it, and then and I can give you some tips on how to improve. So yeah, this is the texture that we started out with, and it ended up being this. So then the second one, there we had 2 textures, I think. So the first one was like it was this one, and we like created this whole crazy like background thing, I guess. And you can see that it really had to do with the neon filter from the filter gallery, because if we remove it, you can see what it was. And then we had the text, which was, I think it was the one with the like the black and like colorful swirls through it. Let me see. Yeah, so if you go into this one, this was the other texture that we used with a little bit of contrast, I think. Yeah, I really liked how this one turned out. So that was the second one that we used two of the textures. Then the third one, this is probably my favorite, with the whole glitchy distorting thing. So the original was this one, where we actually were thinking that we started out with like something like a psychic or something we use. I don't know, it gives me kind of that vibes. But here it gets like this crazy computer glitchy graphic vibes. I really love how this one turned out. In post I would probably edit the font some more, but yeah, it's just an experiment. Then we have the oh wait, that was the last one. Then we have this one, like the more heavenly, like I don't know, it kind of reminds me of anime or something. Did you get Ray Flyers from Mel Solano had an ebook version? I'm not sure if they release ebook versions. Because when I ordered, they just had restocked them, and I think they only send them sell them physically. But it might be interesting to contact. I think his name is Charles de Royan. I don't know, it's French, I think. But yeah, it would be cool to get in touch with them and see if we can sell ebooks for like a lower price or something. Because it's a really cool one. And yeah, that's one of those books that I keep looking back to every other month or something. Anyway, so we used a 3D render from that I used for a client of mine from Kirby. But yeah, we can just remove that one, and then we just come with this texture, which initially was this texture, and I'll just pull it up because it's I probably accidentally deleted the original, or deleted. I didn't preserve the original, so I think it was on the bottom here somewhere. Not sure where it is. Is this one? Yeah, it was this one. So it was this one, which turned into this, which turned into this. So the last one was this, which we glitched out and made into like a germ on a glitching screen or something. Yeah, that does it for today's stream. I really want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and having some fun with me with these textures. If you have any ways for me to improve my live stream, or just have some comments in general, please let me know, because I really want to improve the Dreadlabs community. And I don't know, I'm not sure what we're gonna do next week. I'll try to figure something out, and maybe we're doing some profile reviews, maybe we're doing some live sessions, maybe some drawing even. But yeah, we'll see where to go from there. And if you have any suggestions for that, or you want to see something specific, maybe like an intro to Cinema 4D or something, we can do that as well. So yeah, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. For now, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video or next live stream. Bye.